This is WICR.
Hello, Iona College. Welcome to Lights Out Sports. You know what time it is. It's Tuesday at 12 o'clock. Here, I'm Rob Boncardo here with Armand Matteo and Terrence Taylor. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good, Rob. I just hope, the weather's getting a little better. It's getting warmer, so that's a positive. But, we got a lot of basketball talk here.
Oh, we most definitely do. We're going to start off, guys, with Monday's recap of the basketball games. Let's start off Nets and Warriors last night. Nets pulling out the win, 110 to 108 over the Warriors. What do you guys think about this game?
All right, so I thought it was a great game, actually. Deron Williams scored 22 points, back-to-back 20-plus points. Haven't seen that in a while. And Jared Jack hitting the big shot in the game, that was actually great. I mean, you see Jared Jack, he's hitting these clutch shots now. So I actually enjoyed that game. But Klay Thompson yesterday played absolutely one of his worst games, shooting 3 for 17. So I think that was actually a big deal. He was no help to that Golden State team. So I think that was actually a negative effect for the Golden State Warriors.
Listen, I don't know about you guys, but Klay Thompson has been struggling since the All-Star break. His numbers have been down. His points per game's going down. Everything's going. Even the Warriors collectively as a whole team, they've been struggling. They were down 25 the other night to the Celtics. Miraculously they came back, but they lost a couple games last week. They were in a tight nail-biter with the Timberwolves. I mean, there's a couple games that they were blowing these teams out, and now they're starting to show, that they're not an elite team anymore.
Yeah, and it comes to that point, though. We look at the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. If one doesn't go off like the other one is, they're doomed, because that's what the points per game relies on. It relies on Steph Curry, and it relies on Klay Thompson. And without one of them playing up to their level, this Golden State team could be in trouble. And, come playoff time, you're the number one seed right now, and you really don't want to fall out of that balance right now where you're the number one seed. And right now, any team who takes you on could take real advantage of you. And that's one thing Golden State has to start being worried about right now at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Memphis, too. I mean, I've been watching their games since the All-Star break. They haven't been playing that good either. They lost by double digits to the Kings. They almost lost their Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have been playing pretty good since Kevin Garnett came back. I don't know. I mean, they're a little far out, but, it's a positive for next year. But the Grizzlies have been struggling, too. I mean, the Western Conference, if you have a bad week, you can, suddenly drop real fast.
Yeah.
And, there could be a new team, just a 7th or 8th team, could take it all the way.
Yeah.
That's how open this conference is.
But, I mean, going back to Golden State, we look at it. Is it the minutes that they've been playing, the players have been playing? Has Kerr overplayed them, the start of the season? Because that could actually be a killer right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to tire it out. We look at the Spurs. Yeah, you know what? I'll give the argument. They're an older team. But Popovich knows to limit them. Oh, you'll play 20 minutes this game. We're winning by 20 points right now. You're playing 20 minutes in this game. And that's why they're well fresh for the playoffs. Golden State, yes, they're a young team, but you don't want to really overplay that team. I mean, they do have age with David Lee and
Rob, that's a really good point. And there's been no bumps, there's been no sort of dilemma for Golden State. It's been way too easy of a season. And I hate to say it, Stephen Curry's minutes are up, and Stephen Curry's had nothing short than perfect of a season. Usually this guy's plagued by injuries, and he tweaked his ankle last week. If you keep playing Curry like this and keep overworking him, he could have we've seen a lot of superstars go down. Mm-hmm. Chris Bosh, Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose. I mean, they're everywhere. They're going down. And I wouldn't be surprised if, extra minutes is going to, injuries could be, a result of that. So you got to watch out.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to the next game from Monday night. The Miami Heat defeating the Phoenix Suns 115-98. Goran Dragic playing his old team. Big game out of him. 21 points. I mean, we're seeing now how important he was to Phoenix. Phoenix really messed up. You sign Isaiah Thomas in the offseason. You sign Derek Bledsoe. You bring in that three-point guard set. Really messed up Phoenix. They are out of the playoff picture right now. OKC is just dominating at this. OKC, is ahead of them, not dominating. They're ahead of them at this point. And now Goran Dragic's on a team where he's going to make the playoffs with the Miami Heat. And you know what? He's actually going to have a chance to go be competitive. I mean, they're probably going to get wiped out right away if they play the Hawks or the Bulls or Cavaliers.
I don't think so. I would like to combat that, Rob. I mean, yes, the loss of Chris Bosh, speaks loudly, but Hassan Whiteside, you got a great rim protector. He's got to work on his post game. But the acquisition of Dragic, that guy Walker, coming out of nowhere has hit a couple of big shots for them. And they just, I mean, I was never a big fan of Michael Beasley, but Michael Beasley can maybe help them throughout the remainder of the season.
That was a great signing to bring him back.
So you could put him at the 4. I mean, he's an okay 4 to start along with Whiteside. So you do have a pretty good, starting 5 there. Now the only thing is Wade and Deng always getting injured.
Wade played good yesterday though with 16 points. He actually he actually put in work yesterday.
Yeah, didn't he have like 9 assists too?
Wade actually put in some. He actually put in some.
Rob,
good...
what's his stats, Wade?
D-Wade yesterday. D-Wade had 16 points, 9 assists, 4 steals.
What about Tyler Johnson? That rookie?
Tyler Johnson.
He had 26
was great yesterday.
And I don't understand either. Dragic had 21 points in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Did he get injured in the game? Why did he only play 15 minutes? Because I didn't watch the game. I heard about it, but I was checking to see if he left the game. It didn't tell me he left.
Only 3 players got ejected. That was Hassan Whiteside, Alex Len, and Markieff Morris. Those are the only 3 players that got ejected yesterday. I know Tyler.
So
Johnson,
why did Dragic? I know he was questionable beforehand because of back spasms.
Yeah,
but he only played 15 minutes.
I don't know. Tyler Johnson. He came out because he sprained his ankle. So I don't know. I don't know about Goran Dragic actually.
Yeah, it's I mean, this Miami Heat team got him at the right moment. That's one thing I will say. They got him at the right moment. Miami's needed a point guard. We look at what Miami's had in the past with LeBron, Mario Chalmers. He's not that level of Goran Dragic where the elite passing, elite shooting. Mario Chalmers doesn't play on that level. But, I mean, going back to Phoenix, I mean, they are done. Simple to say, the Phoenix Suns are back to Phoenix Suns when Amari Stoudemire left.
I don't think they're that bad. I'm not gonna go ahead and say they're that bad. I'm not gonna say that because Eric Bledsoe is playing elite. Brandon Knight is not that bad, and the Morris Brandon Knight is not that bad of a player. Like he might not be. He can't
play on a playoff caliber team.
He's not like a Dragic or like like when they have Isaiah Thomas level, but still like. But back when he was Milwaukee, he was doing pretty good for that team. He was the go-to guy for that team.
You know what upsets me about the Phoenix and, Hornacek, his whole coaching situation there? Why is Gerald Green's minutes so sporadic? Like, it's never consistent.
They tend to play PJ
he
Tucker
plays 25 minutes, then he'll play 8 minutes. I don't understand. Gerald Green is a very good scorer. I mean, the only thing is he's kind of like, a selfish player. Yeah, he's always going to put his head down and shoot. I mean, but it goes in, so.
He's one of those players that needs to have the ball, though, really.
He's a shooter. That's what he is.
He has to have the ball.
It's either he's hot or cold, but he's not going to bring anything else to the game. He's probably a hard player to coach, too. But I would love to see, Gerald Green play more.
Yeah. They need him to play more. At this point, though, the thing I'm going to say about Phoenix, if you had those the 3 guards, why did you trade away 2 of them? I would have kept Isaiah Thomas maybe in the mix. I think Isaiah Thomas is a great fit for that team, and now you go downhill for this team, and it's like, what's next? What's going to come? Is it now Phoenix is done and we're going to see a rebuilding continue in Phoenix? Do you see that?
I'll tell you right now. I mean, it wasn't even like they even, were grateful or, showed any type of pleasure back to the Phoenix Suns after they were traded. Isaiah Thomas said he wasn't appreciated there. Goran Dragic did not like the way how he would always be on the sideline playing off the ball.
Yeah.
Both of them were not happy with Phoenix at all. They want to get out of there. So there's something wrong. Maybe Hornacek needs to go because they're coaching 2 of their best players, and they had a good record at the time, and they still weren't happy. In the Western Conference, to be over 500 and not happy, there's a problem. So there's a deeper problem here that needs to be, addressed.
Most definitely. All right, guys, we're going to look at one more game from last night's recap. The Clippers defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 110-105. Clippers, DeAndre Jordan has been on a roll, guys. The guy is just a rebound machine. A lot of people don't give him that much credit because he doesn't score that many points. But look at his defensive skills. The guy is always on the boards, always on top of his game. 13 defensive rebounds yesterday, 5 offensive rebounds. I mean, this Clippers team, yes, Blake Griffin's out for the time being, but I think they could start getting on a little bit of a roll without him. DeAndre Jordan, though, if he really steps up his game, plays up to that Blake Griffin level, I think this team's going to be difficult to watch out for.
I mean, Rob, I agree with you for most of it, but you said that they can get on a roll without Blake Griffin. This team, I mean, they're playing okay right now, but they struggle to score the ball sometimes without Blake Griffin. It's either Jamal Crawford or Chris Paul or DeAndre Jordan just catching an alley-oop.
But, Chris Paul, he's really stepped up now. Really.
No, he has.
Since Blake Griffin has left, you realize Chris Paul has played like
his superstar self.
Exactly. Like, he's like, you see Chris Paul's back, and I just question what's going to happen when Blake Griffin comes back. Is Chris Paul still going to be putting up 20 plus points?
Yeah. I just question the people that they have playing all these minutes. These guys play hefty minutes. You got Austin Rivers playing over 25 minutes a game. You got Glenn Davis playing over 25, and you got Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes playing 25. Matt Barnes is just. We're not gonna go into the discussion about Matt Barnes.
All right, Austin Rivers is just equally as horrible.
Okay, they both are because Matt
and
Barnes,
Glenn Davis can't even get off the ground. He's too too heavy.
But Glenn Davis, like he spreads the floor.
Spencer Hawes, the guy plays no defense. This team is just in chaos.
Yeah, but Glenn
Turkoglu's
Davis-
old.
Glenn Davis is there, to like spread the floor really, because you don't see him in the paint as much, because he's a nice mid-range shooter, so he's not that bad though.
They should. I'm telling you, they should. I love Jamal Crawford, but they should have. They should got him. They should trade him at the break. He has a lot of cap space, and Jamal Crawford's been in the league a long time. He's getting paid. He's getting paid.
But he still got
pretty
it,
good.
You could definitely gotten 2 decent players out of the trade,
Yeah.
maybe mid players, and probably a first round pick for him.
Well, I know one of the players they're actually talking about Phoenix trying to get Joe Green over there.
That would be a nice pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a nice outside shooter. Fit
Play
well
the same
with
exact
JJ
role
Redick.
as Jamal Crawford does.
Yeah. I mean, now, looking into this game as well, we look at Minnesota, guys. Team's been playing very well since Kevin Garnett came to the team. I mean, yesterday, 12 points, 3 rebounds. I mean, KG, I'm always going to step up for KG because I loved him growing up as a kid. I just love the way he comes to a team. Just his mental ability. He's focused on winning with Minnesota.
Yeah, but he lacks professionalism.
Oh, well, that's one
You
thing.
try playing on a team with Kevin Garnett, he'll eat you alive, bro.
He's
He'll
uncoachable.
choke you in the locker
He's
room,
all over
Rob.
the place. He gets in the fight with everybody. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I would not want a Kevin Garnett on my team.
But you know what? He's that push. In Minnesota, they don't care. Before KG came, do you think they really cared with how their record was?
Obviously not. I mean,
No, they didn't.
But they're a rebuilding team, though. Really, if you
And-
look at it, they're still a rebuilding team. You just got rid of Kevin Love, and now you have Andrew Wiggins. They're still a rebuilding team, though.
Yeah, but you don't want to have that mentality, lose now. Oh, we're going to lose. You don't want that with players now. A lot of teams have that problem. And KG, what I like is right off the back, I read a couple articles, yelling at Pekovic, told him right off in practice, hustle it up. And you know what? I'm hearing stuff. KG wants to maybe play another 2 years here in Minnesota. Wants to own the team eventually.
he's
and you know
horrible right now.
But he's preparing the team though.
No, he is preparing the team,
But you got to realize,
If he say he buys that team, if he's part owner with that team, he wants winning on the floor. That's what he wants.
But
That's
you-
all he's ever wanted since he came to Minnesota.
but you got to realize, it's still the West. It's Minnesota.
That's not
They're
gonna ever
going
be
that,
a winning team.
They're not going that far.
Ever.
They're not going to the playoffs. Like, you just got to realize, it's Minnesota. It's the West.
I don't even think
You're
they
not-
have a big market to even sign any big free
like,
agents.
Their go-to guys, Andrew Wiggins, a rookie, and I love Andrew Wiggins. He's great. That's definitely Rookie of the Year right there. But you're not gonna make it to the playoffs by depending on a rookie. And KG just uncoachable. So that Minnesota team, I don't think that.
Very well said.
I don't think that Minnesota team's really going that far in the NBA, especially being in the West.
say
Can I
give it
ask you a
3
question?
years.
What did Kevin Garnett know about winning before, he became a Celtic? Can I ask you that question?
Before he won that
You know
championship.
about winning with
Before-
Minnesota. Not winning championships. The guy went to the Western Conference Finals, carried the team on his back, and if it wasn't for Cassell's injury, probably could have beat the Lakers. and won
I don't know if they
the
would have beat the
finals.
Lakers.
Oh, I think so.
I don't know if they would have
I-
beat the Lakers.
yeah, I
They
would-
would
I
not
would-
beat the Lakers. I don't know about that.
They would have not beat the Lakers. I really did.
Nah,
Kevin
they would
Gar-
not beat the.
Kevin Garnett knows a lot about winning because he's
No,
been
he
in the
doesn't.
playoffs with the Timberwolves. Ever since he left, they haven't been in the playoffs.
Tim
so-
Duncan knows about winning. Kevin Garnett wish he was Tim Duncan.
Kevin Garnett's
probably
just
does, but
he's
KG
uncoachable. Like he's
He's
lucky
not
he was on that ball.
uncoachable.
He was lucky he was on that ball.
I don't know how him and Rondo got along.
Exactly.
In
He
the
was
Celtics.
lucky he was on that team with Rondo and Paul Pierce.
Ray Allen's just like, just give me the ball.
And
I'll
Ray
shoot.
Allen. That was a big four right there. They're the ones that started that
Yeah.
whole everybody get together and start this great franchise.
Well, nah,
with
I
these
think the
players, though.
Pistons started, then the
You think the
Celtics.
Pistons
So you-
started?
The Pistons had it
If
first.
KG's uncoachable, you gonna tell me Kobe Bryant's not uncoachable? Also?
No, Kobe Bryant's uncoachable too. Kobe, that's a very good. Kobe,
Kobe Bryant.
none of these superstars. LeBron's not even coachable. You kidding
LeBron
me?
is the coach.
LeBron is the coach,
There's a
exactly.
difference.
They,
Like
they be in the timeout and he gets on his knee. He's like, "All right, guys, we're gonna run."
I don't
this
even
play.
think
Just pass
Jason
me the
Kidd was
ball."
coachable.
But there's a difference between all of them, though. Like LeBron and Kobe, they want to win. They want to win more than anything. Those are two players that want to win more than anything. KG, he's just out of control sometimes. But LeBron and Kobe, they know when it's like, oh, okay, it's time for me to calm
At least
down.
LeBron and Kobe aren't trying
Exactly.
to start trouble
Like,
on the court.
they gotta
KG's
calm- they know how to
KG's
calm
going in
down.
there looking for a fight.
And they know that you have to, like, it's more about winning, right? And they got to carry the team, put the team in their back. I don't think KG had that, that mentality.
Uh,
As good as LeBron and Kobe, though, as well as LeBron and Kobe to take over the game like that.
Nah. Well, it's harder for a big man to take over the game like that.
Yeah, yes, especially in the NBA.
Because they need someone to give the ball to them. I mean, you gotta drive, dish. You got pick and roll.
It's not like
they don't have the
Kobe
ball in their
taking
hands.
That outside shot. It's where he's all
it's
inside
different.
and
It's not like he's a point shooting guard, small forward. It's harder.
But the thing before the Celtics, who did he really play with? Latrell Sprewell.
Whoa. Sprewell was a good guy. All right.
Yeah, back in his
What about Ricky Davis, man? Remember that dunk he had? They won't remember. I know Jared in there remembers Ricky Davis's dunk. Who was it on? It was on Steve Nash, right? See, Steve Nash. He remembers.
Yeah,
He posterized him, man.
What happened?
No,
to
that
Ricky?
team wasn't bad. It's just I was never a big fan of Kevin Garnett.
Me neither. Like
I don't know.
I was a huge fan.
I think I don't like players with that cockiness. Really, that's why I don't like
neither
Kobe
do I.
as much. Either. Like,
Although I do
cocky.
love Westbrook. I don't care
That's
if he's
different. Westbrook is so
Westbrook just
different.
plays.
I like
Westbrook's a
Westbrook.
good guy.
Westbrook is
I
a
mean,
great
off the
player.
court, he's a good guy.
We
I mean,
met
on the court, he
Westbrook.
just uses his aggression.
We
to
met Westbrook. He complimented.
Yeah, he told me I
me.
had some cold hands.
Exactly. We got true.
I mean,
free
I was
True
a-
Religion. We got free True Religion shirts. I love
Nah,
Westbrook.
you got a free True Religion shirt. I didn't get nothing.
Me and Robin Kenny got free True Religion shirts. He's a good guy though.
He's not a good guy.
He's a great guy. He was great.
Nah,
was
he's a
humble.
cool guy.
He was humble.
With Kevin Garnett, I'll defend him till the end. I'm a big fan of his. You guys want to know why I'm a fan of his?
I really
actually?
do. I really do. I really do.
NBA 2K3.
Oh my God.
PlayStation 2, Allen Iverson. KG did this dunk one time in the preview, and I was like, woo!
Remember,
Rob, I can't believe you just said that.
is that why you so hype about Austin Rivers?
No. Austin Rivers.
No, Rob said Austin Rivers is going to be a superstar in the
He
NBA.
did say that because he
say
loved him
that.
so much in 2K. I think Rob doesn't know the difference between 2K
No.
and real life. That's the problem.
They had a clip that when the original 2K games had clips of games, and they had this one dunk where KG just
so you
went
got
through
hype-
the lane. Got
Rob, you
fouled.
can't base anything off 2K. Let me tell you about 2K12 with Randy Foy, Mr. Quadruple. Okay, I had 52 points with him, 13 rebounds, 12 assists, and 10 steals with Randy Foy.
And on top of that, in 2K, KG doesn't. You don't get technical fouls in 2K. With KG, if this was
else?
2K and he was using KG, you know how many technicals you would have with KG?
Yeah.
Be crazy. That I really just don't like KG as much. I'm not saying he's not a great player. He was a great player.
I just prefer guys like Dirk and Tim Duncan.
Exactly,
over.
like they're great power forwards. KG's a great power forward too. I put them in there too. It's just that they're not as sporadic, and then
Dirk and Duncan are more
they don't
humble.
lose their temper as much as KG does.
Yeah, Dirk and Tim are more humble.
Exactly.
Yeah. All
Even,
right.
I love Shaq too. I mean, Shaq wasn't like a head kid. Shaq was funny. He's
Yeah,
different.
Shaq was
He
funny,
wasn't a head
exactly.
kid. He enjoyed playing the game. He just enjoyed breaking backboards. And Rob, you're a Shaq fan. How is Shaq different than Kevin Garnett?
Winning championships.
Championships.
Winning.
No, but I'm talking about his whole demeanor, his whole approach to the game. Kevin Garnett.
Shaq was funny
I
when
don't know.
he
I
did
think Shaq was more just like the guy who just climbed on top of that rim all the time.
Let me ask you a question. If you were in the NBA and you were Kevin Garnett's teammate, would he make you want to be pushed more, or would you be feared of him? Would you want to play on a team with Kevin Garnett?
I'd be feared.
I wouldn't be able to like.
I'd be feared.
I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna stand right here so you don't yell at me.
Especially
Yes, there's that fear aspect, but you need fear for the push. That's one thing you always need. You need that fear.
I told you
No,
that
but
Zach
every
was-
superstar is gonna encourage you, but they don't have to strike fear in you.
I told you Zach Levine was scared that he had his locker.
Like
It makes
every
no sense.
superstar gets
You
in
shouldn't be
arguments. Like
scared.
LeBron and Mario Chalmers used to always go at it. I mean, there's players that always get into disagreements.
I mean, that's great basketball, really, right
But
there.
Kevin Garnett,
Like, Kevin
he-
Garnett, that's
he tries
different,
to-
though. It's great basketball if he actually
I feel like he's
talks to
threatening
players
you
like that.
almost.
But that's great basketball, isn't it?
No threat. No, nothing ever results good of threatening.
All right. Well, we just talked about yesterday's NBA recap. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the MVP race as it's getting hot right now. Steph Curry, James Harden, LeBron James. Be right back.
You're listening to WIC.